For this particular video, I want to discuss the Manage Tax icon, or the Managing Tax section in EasyAs. What this section is for, if I click this icon, this is for personal reference, folks. This has nothing to do with the accounting process of any other area in the program. It just offers you an extra facility for you to record special things that occur throughout the year. So if, for example, sales tax as a whole has nothing to do with your business. It is not an income, it is not an expense. You remit that to the government. And then, yes, you have to record that, but it's not going to affect your profit and loss. It's not going to affect your income tax. So how do you record money you send to the government each year? You want to keep it, at least keep a track. I've sent the government $3,000 in sales tax, but it doesn't show anywhere. It's not an expense. So they've put this area here in EasyAs, so at least you've got an area where you can record something. They leave it up to you how you record it. They leave it up to you how you create your categories. So if it was me, I would have a category called sales tax remitted, sales tax I've sent to the government. I might have income tax, because it can be for income tax. This tax management can be whatever you want it for. If you don't have to accrue or account for sales tax, then you could use this whole area completely for income tax. Or don't use it at all. Your choice. Income tax sent or remitted, etc. So then I can put in that on this particular date here, I put in some details. I sent check for sales tax. And I can enter the amount that I sent, might be $3,000, and actually I'm going to give it my sales tax remitted to the government. And you can actually record additional information against an item. Okay, so it offers you this. Here you're going to record additional information. So if I wanted to record additional information against this, if this wasn't enough, I could double click this line and it's going to take me straight to the additional information. See that? I go additional information. So I'll double click this line first. That activates the additional information. And I could put in more information against that entry if I wanted to. So I could come back to this screen here, and if I've written additional information against it, rather than if, say, I might have 20 or 30 items on here, and if you have 20 or 30 items here, it makes it very hard to look for what you're looking for. So you'd go down the list, double click what you want, and view what the additional information is you've written. Me, I never write anything different. This always offers enough information to keep control of it. So it means that up the top here, I can now categorize this. If I only want to see income tax, I can click that and it only shows me income tax on the screen. And I've got nothing. So if I only want to see all entries for sales tax, I see all sales tax entries on the screen, because obviously one has nothing to do with the other. So this area within EasyAs offers you a way for you to record and manage additional information that's not recorded anywhere else. See the little asterisks that come up then? I think that after you've entered information and you exit the screen, or you've done something like this, the system hadn't finished before, it hadn't recorded. I think that shows you that you have additional information. Let me see. I'm learning some of this with you because I didn't notice that before. Because I don't use the additional information's comments area, I didn't notice that that actually happens. So I'm going to call income tax. If I exit that screen, come back in, what's it going to do? Oh, it's got an asterisk there. So I think that is because we have information added in here. So it's a quick view. As you go down the screen, you say, oh, there's an asterisk here. I must have additional comments recorded against that entry. So I can double click that and it's going to bring up this entry for us. Now let's just prove me if I'm right. You see everything on the screen. Double click this. Let's add this. Let's click all. Oh, so I click all. It registers that information, and it has. So that's what that's for. That's because I've got additional information. So if you enter something in an additional comments section, and you exit the screen, and you come back in down the road, you can, at a glance, see which items you've recorded with additional information. So you can quickly double click on that line and see that extra information. It might be that I sent the check, they didn't get it. You might record here, I received letter dated XYZ. So I rang and spoke to, you can put the person's name, Anne from the debt collections area of the tax office, whatever. And they might be that they didn't receive it. They did not receive payment, and I might have proof that I've sent it, and they might be giving me a fine because they didn't receive their sales tax on time. The government loves to do that. You collect sales tax for us, but if you don't pay it to us on time, we're going to give you a fine. I hate that, but they do that all the time. So you might say that that they've agreed that if you resend a check again, they're not going to give you a fine, but they want their check within the next 7 days. So you can put that in here, that you spoke to them, and she said, if I send it within the next 7 days, I won't get a fine. So you can record that. So this is where that's valuable, and that's the only instances I would be using it. If I ever speak to the tax office about anything in relation to something, definitely I'm going to record it somewhere. And this offers a unique area within the program to record additional information. I don't need to look at this any further. Obviously, you can, if you're looking for something that occurred in March or whatever it is, this offers you a way to filter that. Now, I think that that's self-explanatory. I don't need to go any further into what that is, but just remember that has nothing to do with your accounting as a whole. This is a completely separate area. You can use this if you wish, or don't. Your choice.